Well, good morning everybody. It is 3:58 in the morning. I have a quick little adventure I have to do today. I am running over to Wisconsin to take down stands that we left up last fall. In the fall, we don't necessarily like to take them all down because we don't want to kick the deer off of the property, so we kind of leave them up and have another great excuse to have to go back to my friend's farm for one night and take stands down. So we're just going to head over there, take some stands down, spend one night, hurry back in the morning. I got more projects to do around here, so you'll get to introduce a little bit of my friend's farm. I'm not sure how much filming he'll let me do, but I can film me and my friend Jake taking down some stands, so see how it all shakes out. Alright, we just had a great breakfast in town, and now we're going to head to the farm. Like I said before, I'm not sure how much they're going to let me film at the farm, so we'll have to see how this goes. But in the meantime, beautiful Hula, Wisconsin. It is a really cool little tiny town, very Scandinavian, Norwegian here. So, got a beautiful little golf course, sorry. One of the fairways is lined with huge boulders, so if you don't keep it in the fairway, you could hit a boulder and that ball could go anywhere. Alright, this is a ride down the road to my friend's farm, Paul's farm, Paul and David. And we got here and my phone tells me that it is going to start pouring at any minute, which is really lousy timing for me and Jake to take stands down, but we will do the best we can under the circumstances. A lot of turkeys around here too. Turkeys, grouse every now and then, whitetails is the big deal. My friend used to have another 120 acres we're going by on the left here, but they sold that. Gentleman on the right's got a good story about his life, but I'll get his permission before I talk about it. Super cool story and heartwarming. Yeah, coming down to the farm here, dead end. This is a cul-de-sac and they live at the end of the road. Come here in the fall and there's deer everywhere. In the old days, I used to count 100 deer on opening day of gun season before. Oh, there's turkeys right there out in the field. I didn't turn that way, but 100 deer before 10 in the morning, but not anymore. Now they they thinned the deer herd down with a doe before you could shoot a buck, which really screwed up the deer hunting. Not bad, but it sure reduced the deer population, that's for sure. All right, I'll give you a tour later. Alright everybody, Jake and I are all taking stands down. It's pouring rain, so I haven't taken too many pictures or videos, but I wanted to get Jake finally getting out of the truck and doing something. No, I'm just kidding, Jake. Jake's been working his ass out. But we're going to go take a couple more stands down and decide to show you a little bit of the farm as we drive through it. These are called the tall pines. Gotta be 100-year-old pines. We think we have 3 more to take down. We're pretty sure there's 3 more. We've already gotten 4 down now. So as long as it doesn't start pouring, we'll get these out of the way. And we'll probably check radar and we get up a little closer and see what we're up against.
The old F-150.
Yep. This can be a really good field early. Last year we see a lot of bucks on this field early, but then later on they just don't seem to come back. I don't know if the feed wasn't right or we pressured them out of here, one of the two or both. Sometimes we walk down here and they always kick them off of there, and then you kick them off too many times, they just won't come back anymore. You go find some other place to hide and not get hassled. So we have 3 stands here. We have the rock, slaughter, and Jake, what did we call this one? I can't remember what we wound up calling this one. The virus stand, maybe, in honor of the COVID virus, because that's the year we put it up. So, all right, let's go down the U road, and we'll go get the rock. This is called the U road. It goes full circle. I'm not going to go through it because it's been raining so much.
See the blue paint?
Yep, they're going to do some logging here, I guess. So, holy man, all the blue ones are getting taken. Crazy. Kind of looks like a selective cut. As I told you before, I have a degree in forestry, so this looks like a definite selective cut. They take the weakest trees, the bad trees, and leave the very, very best. They get bigger and taller and stronger, so. All right, Jake, what do you want? You want the rock and I'll take the slaughter, or what you want? Or you don't want?
I'll go down to the slaughter.
Okay, I'll take the rock. All right, we'll be back, folks, in a little bit. I'm not going to take you out because it is raining. Talk to you, bye. All right, Jake's going to take this stand down, and I'm going to sit in the truck here and watch. We use primarily hang-ons. There might be one ladder stand left at the farm. So we use sticks and hang-ons. The reason we have to take them down is the trees grow every year. And when they grow, they'll pinch that strap in there, and you'll never get them down. You got to basically cut the strap out. I've had to cut a few straps out. I don't know how bad you're getting rained on. We'll see. So we put a fireman's rope around to hold us so we can't fall. That's number one. I used to do it the most dangerous way in the world. But now we use fireman's straps or nooses, whatever they're called, I'm not sure. Fireman's ropes. And you can lean back like a lineman would. So now he's safe and he can just lean back and work in front of him, which he's going to do. You pull it up, that takes the pressure off of it. It's like a cantilever. And then he'll put a bungee cord on it to hold it. Oops, sorry. Now he's got it up. Oh, maybe not yet. Once he's got the bungee cord on it, he will keep the pressure off of it, and then he'll loosen the strap and drop the stand down to the ground. So I'm watching him instead of the camera. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I watch him instead of the camera. Looks like he's got the strap loose. Now he's going to unhook it. One thing I demand of these kids when I train them is safety. And so we have another noose that we, there he goes, drops to the ground. Sometimes you drop them, sometimes you get them down easy, but maybe the frustration level got to him and he just let her slide. That's okay. Now what he's going to do is loosen the straps. Because Because remember, the tree grows, so he's got to loosen the straps that hold the sticks. And he'll work his way back down and he's done. He'll put it in the back.
Did you see that?
No, I did not see that.
A big carabiner went flying.
All you got to do now is be super careful, my friend. So we're usually trying to be somewhere between 20 and 25 feet up in the air. And maybe I'll show you what we have here. We have a field right behind me. That's a food plot. And the deer will come there and feed, and we wait for them. I don't know if a deer's been shot out of this stand yet. Oh yeah, one of our friends shot a doe, I think, out of this stand last year. Normally we don't shoot does, but he needed some meat, so he shot a doe. You see, as Jake goes, he loosens all the straps. He's gonna grab his carabiner that fell off. And I'll get out of the truck here and show you the field behind us. So we sit in that tree, and out here is a nice big food plot for the deer to stay nice and healthy and fat for the winter. Keeps them going. I see tons of clover in here. They must just love that clover. So that's what we got. That's how we take our stand.
Yeah, look at his
So,
screen opens up like
Nice.
While we were out getting sheds, we developed a flat tire. That right there is an antler that poked our god dang tire. So we had a little problem today with my truck. I was riding along and I saw that my tire pressures were low. We made it back to the farm. We found this antler. That spike right there was in my tire. Almost all the way in it. This broken antler must have been sitting on the ground, and I ran it over. Punctured my whole tire. Crazy. So now I gotta run it on the spare. Alright everybody, this is my friend's farm. Little old farmhouse there. Pretty cool, huh? Couple vehicles. Outhouse over there, they named the outhouse after me. For some reason, don't know why. Brian. Here we got the old milk house. Old milk house. I'll show you up here, there's a cool barn. The old house. Made out of stone, man. Right there. That is the old house, man. So many years ago when we were younger, that right there is a backboard to a basketball hoop. And if you look up there in that tree, there's a hoop. And we used to come out here and, believe it or not, play basketball. I mean, the tree wasn't here, but there's roots and stumps, and we'd try to dribble. It was just chaos. It was more kind of rugby basketball than basketball. But there's an old hoop. It was kind of fun back in those days when we were younger. Crazy. Alright, I said before there might be one more stand up here, and I found it. It's actually called the Hula Hoop stand. If you see way up there, see that platform sitting up there? We didn't get this one down, but this will be stuck till next year. Because we used to call it the hoop stand from the basketball hoop. And one day somebody called it the hula hoop stand. And that stuck. So now it's the hula hoop stand. You see a lot of deer walking around in this area because it's really thick in here. On this side, they just cut the pines out of there, but that is thick. But we try to see them when they're walking down these roads or crossing the roads. It's fun watching them, man. You see a lot of cool stuff. I've seen bears at the base of my tree, coyotes, porcupines, raccoons. It's something about sitting in a tree. You have owls come and sit by you because they're not quite sure what the heck you are. Those owls will come and sit right by you in the tree next to you and look at you because you're all in camo head to toe. I've had a hawk attack me. Super cool, man. You kind of look around slowly, pan back and forth, and I'm panning back and forth one time. Here's this hawk. Man, he was probably, I don't know, coming at me full blast from 20 yards away, talons out, ready to grab me. And I put my forearm up to protect my face, and he just missed me to the right. When I put my forearm up, he kind of made a turn and went away from me. But everybody has great stories. I've seen great wildlife stories. Gosh, coyotes run by me. I can't tell you some of the cool stuff. You have an owl come and sit by you, a great horned owl come and sit by you for an hour. Watch you fall asleep, wake up. It's one thing about bow hunting. It's not all about the kill. Sometimes it's just being in nature. You walk out there in the pitch black in the morning and wait for the light to start, and all of a sudden it starts getting light. Hopefully this fall I'll get to take you into the swamp. Jake and I go in when it's pitch black for about an hour. And while we're just sitting there waiting for the sun to come up so you can see anything at all. So it's a wild adventure. So I'm headed straight west right now on this road. And then this one, there's a road right there. That road goes kind of north. But I'm going to go down here to this field. Here, let me stop and I'll zoom in. It's way down there. You guys see that field way down there? Yep, that's where I'm headed. That's where we were before Jake was taking that stand down. So what they have is 160 acres, 440s right in a row. And on the far western edge of it is a big swamp. And their land extends into, we don't hunt it only in the gun season when it's frozen. Because it's too wet. When I go in there, even during the gun season, I wear hip boots. Because the water will be up over your knees. So it's an adventure in there. Once you get in, you don't come out. I'll show you this stand-up red pines to my north here. They just thinned this out about a year ago. Took out, I don't know, maybe half the pines. They left the best and the straightest and logged the rest out for pulp, for making paper. And these, I'm not sure what they're doing. Sometimes they'll let them grow really big. And they'll use them for pines for log homes. But I don't know what the ultimate plan is with these. But when you thin them out like that, what happens is the one that remain, the best that remain, get more sunlight. So they'll grow bigger and stronger and faster. The other thing you see here on the left-hand side is in the olden days, and this is many, many years ago, they used to clear all these rocks. They used to use horses to clear the big ones. I'll show you some of these. So if you look right here, these are big rocks. I mean big, and look at them all. This area is rock heaven. This rock fence line goes the whole, well, I'm going to say 160 acres of the old farmers pulling them out of the fields. And that rock right there, I have no idea what they used to pull them out with horses. That's how they'd move them back in the day. The little tiny farmhouse I showed you actually has an addition on it, but that a family of, I don't know, I think it was 4 children were raised in that farmhouse. Look at the size of these boulders they moved with horses. You talk about having to walk to school for miles. Boy, that's true in this country. Maybe you can hear them, hopefully. The other thing the deer do when they're rutting, or they're in their mating season, is the bucks come and it's called a scrape. And they do this to the ground. They scrape all the dirt away and they actually urinate in it. So it marks their territory. then these branches right here are called licking branches. If you notice, they're all broken off. That's broken off. That's broken off. That's broken off. The deer do that with their horns. The bucks do that with their horns. And they have a gland on their leg, and they urinate down their leg and leave their scent in these. They're called scrapes. And they're basically all along here where these deer are. Okay, so right down there at the other end of this field where we were taking that stand down, I gotta look for a glove for Jake. That's one of the reasons I came down here, is to look for that glove. Somewhere along the line, here's where I picked up that antler in my tire. Holy moly. Gotta figure that out. For sure. I was gonna bring the, what do you call it? Bring the boat up north, but I think I need a spare before I start doing that. So when they plant this field to my right, they threw out all the rocks, and here's the rocks they've been throwing out along the way. You kind of see them here. But oh, here's another spot where a buck scraped. You see the broken branch there? If you can see it or not, but there's a broken branch right there. They get up and they bring their horns up in it, and they rattle it all around, tangle it up in their horns, and see if we can find Jake's glove down here. Oh, here's another scrape. They were all over down here last fall. It was really cool. I'll show you this one. This one's huge. So sometimes they'll have community scrapes where a bunch of bucks will come and scrape in it. Look at the size of this one. And again, to show you again, here's that broken branch I was telling you about. They do it with their horns. So there's the scrape. There's a scrape and there's a rub. A rub is where they rub on a tree with their horns. Kind of strengthen their neck. They fight the tree. That's called a rub. Oh, here's another scrape right here. Hanging, licking branch up above it, like before. You can actually see their paw prints in it. But like I said, they're all along here. This whole edge is rubbed. A lot of times they do it at night and we don't even see them. But right up here is where that stand was. And we'll come up here and see if Jake's glove's laying around here somewhere. I don't see it where the tire is. Let's go look by where he was taking that stand down. There's that stick stand he was taking the stand down on. But I don't see his glove laying around here anywhere. Nope. Nope, nowhere. Oh well. We tried, didn't we? So this is a pond that many, many years ago, my friend's father dynamited this stuff. This is years ago when you could get dynamite. But they blew these up with fertilizer and dynamite. And now it's just a wildlife pond. Lots of ducks on it. Pretty cool. They used to have another one on the other property, but they sold that, so yeah. I love it. And Jake got out of the car and he's walking with me now too, so
Hey folks.
he's my sidekick in the hunting season. So I think, like I was saying, this fall when we do some hunting, I'm going to try and figure out a way to film some deer and some of the wildlife we see on a daily basis. It's super cool, and hopefully it's not too cold during the gun season. I can bring this into the swamp. I can show you that. That is a cool place. Not many people go in there. He's going to plant it, and the last bunch of years have been corn. So we'll have to see what he decides to this year. We would love to see a shorter crop so you can see out there. Corn kind of hides your ability to see anything, so if you get alfalfa or soybeans, something of that nature.
We found the local farmer by coincidence on YouTube.
Yep, we did. Jake found him, got in a discussion, so let's do this here. So that what they do is they leave a couple rows of corn for the deer in the wintertime so they can survive. Neighbor down there. There you go. There's the field. Call that the North Ridge. Looks north. Pretty cool. Next time I see this field, it'll probably be filled with some type of crop. I'm not sure when I'm going to come back, but then there's the farm. The farm is right there. So, alright, there's your tour. Alright everyone, well I'm leaving the farm here. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. We had a good day yesterday, got all the stands down in the rain. Fixed my flat tire. Ay, was that a show? I should have filmed it, but maybe with all the words that were spoken, it was best not filmed. So now I got the ride home. Should be a good ride home, nice and peace and quiet, and another good adventure, hanging out with my buds from the farm in Wisconsin. We'll see you next time.